Most welcome to yet another video. And this is actually the third game of mine from the Six Nations tournament played in Uppsala. And this was, let's see, the 24th of May 2024. Fantastic, beautiful summer day when Sweden is as its beauty. At that time, I think no one compete with the Scandinavian countries with so much sun. All of nature is getting to life after the long, dark, cold period. And people actually start to talk with each other. Even the somewhat silent Swedes. I am the exception, of course. Not that I don't talk, but yeah, I talk more than Swedes do normally. Yeah, we started the first round, and it's actually, I actually gone through the 3 white games. I started with the one against Torsten Miller because Torsten was my strongest opponent, and it was also a theoretically very interesting game on overprotection, theme that we have discussed a lot. So please find it in the overprotection playlist. I think it's also in this one just for fun. Then the second game was also very interesting. This was from round 3, and now we are at round 1. As the Dutch team unfortunately had to withdraw. I guess they didn't get enough players. We didn't have time to get another blind national team to replace them. Instead, we are very happy for Uppsala School Academy, Uppsala Chess Academy, that they could drum up a youth team. They actually had to use a lot of players because some of the youngsters were at school, high school probably, some were at university, I guess, some of them worked. It was very short notice. But they made it and contributed, and no one had to just have a bye instead of playing. So all teams played all 5 rounds. Instead of getting to Sweden and then play 4 rounds, that would be a pity. And this was the first game after my first chemotherapy treatment. I go a little bit into this because it is relevant to my strategy in the game and in the tournament as a whole. I had a tough ride, the chemotherapy that was in the end of April, so less than a month before the game, and I had to go to hospital for serious problems with my blood and with infections. So I didn't know at all how my strength would be affected, and I had periods when I got very, very tired. So as I mentioned earlier also, I then went for play easy, simple chess, no time trouble. A position that you understand is better than a position that you might not understand that well, although it might objectively be a better one. So I play simple chess, and that is maybe what I should do normally also, because I often commit mistakes by getting crazy ideas, playing too optimistic and so on. So maybe I should always take a sniff of cytostatica before I play a chess game. Who knows? At least the 2 tournaments I have played under cytostatic treatment, I have so far scored 10 out of 10. Not such a bad result, I would say. All right, I am white against Viktor Carlfors. He had 1950, if I remember correctly. A good player. Young players are often going upwards, so you should absolutely not underestimate him because he was 200, almost 250 points my junior, so to say. Sorry for the cough. So, I didn't know much. I checked in a database quickly and found some Caro-kann games, and I also heard that my friend and second board player in the Swedish team, Tage Johansson, had beaten him as white against in Caro-kann some years ago. But that was old information. But okay, maybe Caro-kann would be on the board if I play e4. So here we soon go with the game, and before I forget it, for those who need moves and timestamp, please click on the description to the video and you will find it all there. And please like the videos, subscribe to the channel and share it with your friends so that the channel can grow and more people can get access to accessible, for visually impaired accessible chess material. So here we go. I played pawn to echo 4, pawn to echo 4. And pawn to Charlie 6 was played, pawn to Charlie 6. Here I wanted to try, for me, pretty new system. I was inspired. Grandmaster Alex Cholovich has made a very interesting video course on Chessable. I think it's called 1E4 Simplified. And he recommends different systems against all black's replies on E4, echo 4. And against Charlie 6, he recommends the line that I play in the game. I had only played it once, but with not a bad result. Having some pressure, all the game ended in a draw against the 2276 players, I think, in the Swedish league some months earlier. So, now you will see what I'm talking about. I played 2, knight foxtrot 3, knight to foxtrot 3. Black played pawn delta 5, pawn to delta 5. And here I captured. Echo takes delta 5, echo takes delta 5. And black played Charlie takes delta 5, Charlie takes delta 5. I went pawn delta 4, pawn to delta 4, and black played knight Charlie 6, knight to Charlie 6. And it followed knight echo 5, knight to echo 5. If I recall correctly, this setup was for the first time used by no one else than, at that time, world champion Alexander Aljechin. Sorry for the bad pronouncing. I think it was in 1925. If I guess it was against Efim Bogoljubov. It might be wrong, but 1925 and 1929 and Aljechin, I'm pretty sure. If we look at the pawn structure, first of all, we have a so-called Carlsbad pawn structure. It means that one side has captured on delta 5 with echo pawn, in this case it is white, and the other side has recaptured with the Charlie pawn. This structure can occur from many different openings. Here we have it from the Caro-kann. You can often get it from the Queen's Gambit declined. When white plays, let's say, delta 4, first move, black plays delta 5, you play Charlie 4, let's say black plays echo 6, and then sooner or later, if you then throw in Charlie takes delta 5, echo takes delta 5. Then we also have the pawns, Karlsbad pawn structure, but this time it is black was captured with the echo pawn and white with the Charlie pawn. So it can occur for both white, the Karlsbad structure, you can find it with white having the pawn majority on the queen side, or black has it. So the roles can shift a bit. A well-known plan for black is the so-called minority attack. If we go back to the game as we have it here after knight echo 5, black tries to, not now of course, but after proper preparation, advance the Bravo pawn from Bravo 7 up to Bravo 4. The idea is that if he's allowed to exchange pawns, Bravo takes Charlie 3, Bravo takes Charlie 3, white would have a backward weak pawn on Charlie 3. If after Bravo 4, white takes on, after Bravo 4, if white plays Charlie takes Bravo 4, and black recaptures in one way or the other, white would have an isolated delta pawn. That is black's idea, if we have, like from the Caro-kann. And I played this line many times as black, because I also play Caro-kann now and then. Yeah, pretty much actually. And I good results with this minority attack as black, but I started to revise my old opinion. I will show it later on in this channel. When I was a kid, I studied Capablanca chess school, and I was especially impressed of the game that Capablanca played against Lasker in the World Championship final, World Championship match from 1921 in Havana, if I recall correctly. There Capablanca introduced or reintroduced the minority attack against in the Queen's Gambit declined, going Bravo 2, Bravo 4, Bravo 5, taking on Charlie 6. Yeah, playing it with white here. Using the minority attack that can occur both for white or for black. I will do a series, I think, about the minority attack later on. So, often when you are impressed by a game, when you are a kid especially, and one of my heroes when I was a kid was Capablanca. My playing style is far from Capablanca's. My style is quite the opposite, but I was impressed by his games. But recently I have come across a lot of top chess engine games like AlphaZero showed how dangerous the attack on the king side could be instead. You know, if you are the part that has the half-open echo file, you can launch an attack on the king side. So, I started to think that the attacking chances were for the one with half-open E file, echo file, was stronger than I thought before. So this is a way for me to familiarize myself with playing the structure from the other side, not from the minority attack side this time, but from the king side attacking side instead. Yeah, this is a long, too long introduction maybe, but that was what was on my mind. I am absolutely not ready with my I have to learn a lot about those structures, and that is thrilling. Learning something new yeah, why not? That is what makes life fantastic. Yeah, one of the things that can make life fantastic. And if you broaden your knowledge as chess player, not always playing the same things, that is the way to go. If I would expand a bit more on this, if you bear with me, there is nowadays a tendency that you should just think of what kind of player are you? What will maximize your result? Are you a positional guy? Are you an attacker? And then you would just go for that, only that. And in a way, it is to some degree efficient way of coaching players. They can get good results, but what I would say is that the risk of suddenly they improve a lot and suddenly it all stops, because your chess knowledge remains very narrow. It is only when you try different kinds of chess that you really become a more universal, a more complete chess player that actually can handle different situations. Moreover, if you only master attacking chess, your opponent knows exactly what to do. They will try to bore you until you start a very unsound attack. So I would rather go for that, like the old Russian chess school would have done. I think to broaden your knowledge, you have to learn many kinds of positions. And of course, when you become a really strong player, of course, go for the openings and types of position that you like. But at the same time, you have built a broad competence so that you would actually master unexpected situations, and your opponent cannot know that if you just play boring against you as attacker, you would falter. No, you can also play sound, quiet positional chess too on a high level. So, knight e5. What is the idea for white? Yeah, I want to play bishop to bravo 5, trying to get the bishop pair if black plays bishop delta 7 in order to defend the knight on Charlie 6. I can also, in the future, use this knight as a part of a kingside attack. Maybe play pawn to foxtrot 4. I can drop the bishop to delta 3, play knight delta 2, foxtrot 3, castle kingside, knight to golf 5 maybe, or castle foxtrot 4, castle kingside, queen foxtrot 3, queen hotel 3, such things. Drumming up play on the kingside. That is one way to go. Another way is it depends on how black plays, of course. You can also play very positionally. You have a little extra space as white, and you can play a slow game and build up the kingside attack very slow, or even in some situations you can start to push on the queenside as well. It's a very rich position. Okay, black played knight foxtrot 6. This was a record-long introduction. I thought I should make a quick video, but I think those things are very important, and my aim with this channel is to help you to improve in chess. Don't only go for one way of play. You can do it first, of course, and get to know one kind of play, but then broaden your knowledge. Knight foxtrot 6 is a perfectly good move. I played bishop bravo 5, bishop to bravo 5. Now threatening Charlie 6. Black played bishop delta 7, bishop delta 7. Of course, there are many options, but this is not an opening video. that is not the idea. But I just tell that this is one of the best ways to play for black. But I now played knight takes delta 7, knight takes delta 7, and black played queen takes delta 7. Okay, we have now reached, the structure has changed a bit. Not the pawn structure, but now white has the two bishops, but the dominating knight on echo 5 is gone. So what I now wanted to do, more or less, was to castle, try to occupy echo 5 in the future with the knight on from Bravo 1, go in delta 2, foxtrot 3, echo 5, play bishop delta 3, pawn foxtrot 4, and go for a kingside attack. But some moves should be done before I can launch the attack. I played pawn to Charlie 3, pawn to Charlie 3. And this move is in order to, if black plays pawn to alpha 6, I want to retreat my bishop to delta 3, and then the pawn on delta 4 should be defended. So black plays pawn to echo 6, pawn to echo 6. Now I had to think of whether to do what I did in the game. I played bishop to foxtrot 4. Yeah, we can move it. Bishop to foxtrot 4. This is probably not the best move. Bishop golf 5 is suggested by Lila 0, Lila 0 30.0. I think Stockfish does something similar. But I played bishop foxtrot 4. And now, instead of having a slide plus maybe 0.2 pawns up, according to Lila after bishop golf 5, black can now equalize, and he did. Bishop delta 6, bishop to delta 6, bishop takes bishop delta 6, bishop takes bishop, and queen takes delta 6, queen takes delta 6. So the position has simplified a bit more, and objectively the position is probably equal, but I was pretty pleased anyway. I wasn't really sure what would have happened after bishop golf 5 instead of bishop foxtrot 4, and black would have jumped with the knight to echo 4 or something. The game would have been more complicated. And my idea was to play simple chess. I think I so far just have spent maybe 5 minutes on the whole game. And I had a very safe and sound position. Absolutely nothing to write home about. And why should you? You can upload on your YouTube channel instead. I just play simple and wait and see. Don't go for time travel. And I actually have my bishop against a knight. And my evaluation was that if we would reach an ending, I would have possibilities of opening the position, thus favoring the bishop. I also remembered a discussion, I don't remember from where exactly, it was between commentators on YouTube when they discussed some of those super GMs play. And then there came the discussion about bishop against knight, and some commented that even when the engines say that it is equal, they maybe like the knight sometimes even. In Magnus Carlsen, he has often taken the bishop anyway, and after a long game, he has managed to use the bishop effectively in the ending. So I thought, I am not Magnus Carlsen, but one should listen to what he does, so to say. So I played castle kingside, and black also castle kingside, I continue to develop knight delta 2, I very much wanted to control echo 4 before pushing, for example, foxtrot 4. So I thought, if I can play bishop delta 3 now and foxtrot 4, then black will not have the push echo 5, and I can then continue maybe queen echo 2, still keeping an eye on echo 4, and then route the knight delta 2, foxtrot 3, echo 5, maybe continue rook alpha echo 1, rook foxtrot 3, rook hotel 3, and suddenly golf 4, and we have changed from a very peaceful game to quite brutal attack of the black king. But okay, dream on, Mr. Magnusson. Black also has something to do. Black played rook foxtrot Charlie 8, rook foxtrot Charlie 8. It's an okay move. Stockfish here wants blacks to push alpha 6, bravo 5, go for knight alpha 5, and so on. Playing on the queen side, maybe soon with the minority attack. It's about equal, I would say, and the engines also say that. Leela is more adventurous here, and often in these structures I have often found more interesting ideas and new ways to look at things through Leela 0 instead of Stockfish. Stockfish is probably slightly better generally, but you should also listen to what Leela does or says. How you can listen to what he does. Or she does. It is probably a she. Alright, I played bishop delta 3, bishop delta 3. According to plan that I mentioned, I want to overprotect echo 4 first before pushing f foxtrot 4. But I never get time, because Viktor played what I thought was a bad move. Pawn to echo 5, pawn to echo 5. But when I now have checked it with the engines, Viktor was right, it was a good move. I simply didn't know the position well enough. But yeah, it's still about equal. I played delta takes echo 5, delta takes echo 5, and black plays knight takes echo 5. I played bishop foxtrot 5. A decent, but maybe not the best move. The engines like bishop echo 2, but it's very small difference. Bishop foxtrot 5, I like that. It both attacking the rook from Charlie 8 and keeping the options open. If I have to retreat, I can maybe even go to hotel 3 with the bishop and maybe go golf 3 and fianchetto it on golf 2 in the future, pressurizing delta 5 from there. Or I can retreat to Charlie 2 if I still have my dreams of a kingside attack. Well, black played rook echo 8, rook to echo 8. What black has here is a very strong knight of echo 5. That is what black has achieved now. But he also has an isolated delta pawn. And if you should go by the rule of thumb, it favors the one who plays against the isolated pawn to exchange minor pieces. And here already two pairs of minor pieces have been exchanged. Maybe I should have played knight echo 4 here, I thought about that. You see that it is a pin on the delta file. So knight echo 4, it cannot be captured by the pawn on delta 5, so I can force the exchange of the knight on echo 4 against the knight on foxtrot 6, if I so wish. I seriously thought about it, but then I wasn't sure. I thought I didn't want to do such things before I had more pieces developed. So I thought maybe I can just move the knight to Bravo 3, for example, so I can later on play Queen Charlie 2 and Knight Delta 4 and put my rooks on Echo 1 and Delta 1. That was the simple plan I wanted to adopt. Because, yeah, my strategy was to play simple chess. Maybe not so good, but good enough and simple. No time pressure. So I played Knight Bravo 3. Knight to Bravo 3. Black played Knight to Charlie 4. Knight to Charlie 4. And he attacks Bravo 2, so I play Queen to Charlie 2. Queen to Charlie 2. But this was a part of my plan after all, so I wasn't worried. But Black is perfectly okay here. I was more optimistic during the game, but the ending gives about equal here. Black played Queen to Echo 5. And yeah, now Black is going a little bit astray. And a cynical truth that is worth knowing is that your opponent often is your best resource in the position. If you play good enough moves and keep the position enough complicated, we have unbalanced structure here because Black has a weaker pawn structure and I have bishop against knight. Often the opponent tries to do too many things. And then you get chances that you wouldn't expect. Maybe you wouldn't even deserve them, but who told that chess was a fair game? Queen to Echo 5, I don't really see the point. Black has problems coming in on Echo 2. Yeah, Queen Echo 2 might be the point of it, but that will never happen because I play Knight Delta 4. Knight to Delta 4. Black played a big mistake and now he's lost. He played Rook Alpha Charlie 8. Rook Alpha Charlie 8. We discuss this more when we go through the rest of the game. Black simply blunders the exchange. Black has started to think a little bit more. I still have spent very little time on the game. I think maybe 15-20 minutes and we are on move 18. Yeah, it was 30 seconds increment, so I of course had fought some time, but not so much. And I just thought that White had decent chances here. No matter if it is objectively equal. Playing maybe Golf 3, Rook Alpha Delta 1, even Bishop Hotel 3 to Golf 2, starting to pressurize Delta 5. Even dreaming of jumping a knight to Foxtrot 5 or something. Of course, this is just vague ideas. But I had problems seeing what Black really would do. So yeah, I thought I had a better position. It was still simple. I hadn't used so much energy. So I was pretty happy, not with the objective position, but that I managed to follow my strategy. All right, and now I'm undeservedly, or what do you say in English? Poor people who hear me handling or mishandling this language. I played bishop takes Charlie 8, of course, and now it is all over. Black played rook takes Charlie 8. This was why I hesitated a little bit whether or not I should publish this game. But okay, such things you also get in tournaments. But it is not obvious for everyone how you now, against a decently strong player on 1950, how you, with low risk, or even hopefully with no risk at all, just transform your material advantage into an easy win. And I thought it might be good for some actually to follow my way of thinking. If everything is already self-evident to you, I just receive my congratulations. All right, I played rook foxtrot echo 1, of course, developing rook on an open file with tempi. What could be better? Black played queen to Charlie 7, queen to Charlie 7. And here, Leela suggests rook echo 2 with the planned rook alpha echo 1. I think this is, of course, a very, very good plan. But I played rook alpha delta 1, which is also a good move. Rook alpha delta 1. Just putting a rook on the file where black has a weakness, the isolated pawn. Black played pawn to golf 6, pawn to golf 6. It makes sense, so that you don't always need to bother about jumping knight to foxtrot 5. And also I thought of playing knight to foxtrot 5, followed by at the right moment, knight echo 3, swapping the strong knight on Charlie 4. And if he refuses to swap the knight, my knight on echo 3 pressurizes, puts pressure on delta 5. So golf 6 is a good move. I played pawn foxtrot 3, pawn to foxtrot 3. This is probably not objectively the best move. Maybe rook echo 2 is better. But foxtrot 3 takes control of both golf 4 and echo 4. So I don't no more need to bother about knight golf 4, threatening on hotel 2. Neither do I have to worry about knight echo 4. Yeah, and black maybe tries to do something on the king's side. So pawn to foxtrot 3. I have to handle the weakness on echo 3, but that is not so difficult. Black played queen foxtrot 4, queen to foxtrot 4. And I protect with queen to foxtrot 2, queen to foxtrot 2. So now I can even think of queen golf 3 is an option that should be considered. If we exchange queens, of course, that is favorable to white. I can even now think of pushing the knight from Charlie 4 by Bravo 3 and then play queen echo 3. Yeah, so I have a lot of ideas here, and it's very difficult to see anything for black. Black plays pawn alpha 6, pawn alpha 6. Yeah, a good move. He covers takes control of Bravo 5, so you don't need to think of knight Bravo 5, for example. And I played Bravo 3, pawn to Bravo 3. The knight retreated. Knight Delta 6. Knight Delta 6. And I played Queen Echo 3. Queen Echo 3. And now you see also that the knight on Delta 6 stands in the way of the black queen. The queen cannot retreat to Charlie 7, for example. There is a pawn in the way. And exchanging queens on Echo 3, of course, just makes everything very easy for white. And yeah, so Viktor played Queen to Hotel 4. Queen to Hotel 4. But the queen now gets bit offside out of play here. I played pawn to Golf 3, pawn to Golf 3, pushing the queen again, and queen went to Hotel 3, Queen to Hotel 3. Which allowed me to play Queen to Foxtrot 4. Queen to Foxtrot 4. So, what have I done here? After I won the exchange, I centralized both rooks. I played Foxtrot 3 to control some squares, Echo 4 and Foxtrot 4, Echo 4 and Golf 4. I played my Queen to Foxtrot 2, protecting the weakness I caused in my own position. That means Echo 3. When black now played Queen Foxtrot 4, trying to do some active things on the king side, I then kicked away the knight from Charlie 4 by Bravo 3. I threatened to exchange queens when playing Queen Echo 3, and now I booted around the black queen so it went to Hotel 3, which gives me access to Foxtrot 4 for my queen. So black's queen has disappeared from Foxtrot 4, whereas my queen has taken its place. And I threatened both knights, both the one on Foxtrot 6 and Delta 6. And I have yet another idea. Rook Echo 7 is now very tempting. So, by covering, taking away possibilities for black, I have also provoked black to do some things which turned out not so good. The black pieces that stood actively for a little while now have bad positions, both of them. This way of playing reminds a little bit of a fantastic chess player, the former world champion Tigran Petrosyan. And I think we should discuss his games on this channel as well. He was extremely strong in foreseeing and taking away the opponent's possibilities. Another fantastic player who was brilliant in this aspect of the game, although he's older now, but when he, in his heyday, the mid-1980s, let's say, was Ulf Andersson, a very sympathetic person whom I have had the pleasure and the honor to have trained with long ago. He helped me a little bit before the tournament, the World Championship in Moscow 1986. For a few days we sat together and analyzed some top GM games in the English opening. But Ulf often could make it seem so easy, doing almost nothing, and suddenly all the opponent's pieces stood on the wrong squares, and Ulf easily went on to win. Okay, he was of course far better. I am not comparing myself, but I'm inspired of the giants. I stand on their shoulders. Black now played knight delta 6 to echo 8. Knight delta 6 to echo 8. And I continued rook echo 7. Rook to echo 7. And you also please note that now with the queen on foxtrot 4 and the rook on echo 7, the knight on foxtrot 6 is paralyzed, because if it moves, there will follow queen takes foxtrot 7 check, king hotel 8, and depending on the position, but probably queen foxtrot 8 would be mate. A disaster would happen. So rook echo 7, I threaten the pawn on bravo 7, but I have an unprotected pawn myself. Rook takes Charlie 3. Rook takes Charlie 3 happened. Yeah, understandable, but I just go on with queen bravo 8. Queen to bravo 8. Not bothering so much about the material. Now it's important to maximize the strength of your pieces. And now, I threaten rook takes echo 8, obviously. Black could play queen Charlie 8, but then at least I can exchange queens on Charlie 8 and then play rook takes bravo 7. Also easy win. And note the fantastic job the knight on delta 4 does. Hadn't it been there, Black might have played rook Charlie 2 with some naughty threats. Yeah, I would have survived anyway, but I just want to point out how this piece on delta 4 that has stood there for a long time has made a good job by just controlling key squares. Alright, Black played rook Charlie 8, rook Charlie 8. And I played queen takes bravo 7. Now threatening on alpha 6 and foxtrot 7. Yeah, of course, Black could play something like knight delta 6, threatening my queen. But yeah, why not just grab a pawn, queen takes alpha 6. And yeah, if nothing else, I can retreat, queen to echo 2. And then I can advance my past A and B pawns. So, no problems there either. Black now had quite a bit of a time trouble. I think I still had half an hour or something. I had played pretty fast, although I had used about an hour of my thinking time, plus the increment. So Black tries now to drum up some kind of counterplay on the king side. He played pawn to hotel 5, pawn to hotel 5. And I played rook takes foxtrot 7. Rook takes foxtrot 7. Yeah, you have to do a little bit of calculation. Even if I play very lazy chess, you should. Okay, I try to play simple chess, but not lazy chess. You now have to see that, we can see what happened in the game simply. Black pushes pawn to hotel 4. And now there are some threats against the white's king position. But I play queen echo 7. This you have to foresee when you take on foxtrot 7, but it is also very simple. Now, rook foxtrot 8 or queen foxtrot 8, both with mate, are threatening. So, Black plays knight delta 6. What else could he do? Knight delta 6. And I plays rook takes foxtrot 6. Capturing the knight. Rook takes foxtrot 6. And now you see, if Black would play hotel takes golf 3, I can just play rook takes golf 6 check. King hotel 8 and queen to golf 7 would be mate. And in passing, the rook on golf 6 also protects golf 3 if there was no mate. So black resigned here. So what I wanted to do in this game, I wanted to show you a little odd, but not at all bad line with some poison is in it for white, showing some ideas that you can use in Carlsberg structures. But I will actually return to the Carlsberg structures quite a bit. I have to do some research going through the many top engine games. There came a testable course about this structure a while ago, but unfortunately, yeah, there were many interesting top GM games. I also enjoyed going through them, but it was something lacking. I mean, since many years, the chess engines are the strongest chess players. So one should study their games as well when you study a certain structure. Check with Lila Zero, Stockfish, whatever top engines, how they handle those structures. And that was missing in that course. So I want to do something on the channel that grasps what already have been discussed, but take it much farther. So it will take a little bit of time. So what I also wanted to give you here was the way how to think, how to adapt your strategy according to the situation. Here my situation was that I didn't know at all how my capacity was affected by medical treatment. And I, of course, didn't want to spoil anything for my team. So playing simple, no time trouble, rather a safe, simple move than a very precise, complicated one. What I then wanted to point out was a little bit where I made some misevaluations. I underestimated the push on Echo 5. Black had a perfectly fine position. I thought I had an advantage there. But at the same time, it was easier play for white. I would still stand for that. When black blundered the exchange, that was very sad, of course, because the game was interesting. I pitied my opponent a bit, maybe nervous the first round, and so on. So it would have been interesting to see the game continue in another way. But after the exchange, I won the exchange. I think that you can maybe learn something from my way of trying to reduce my opponent's possibilities and then do some precise calculation. And it didn't take many moves. I think I won the exchange in move 18 and the game ended in move 33. So I think that some players might have something to learn from my way of transforming material advantage to one game. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will try to put up some more videos. I have been on chemotherapy today. Today I still feel okay, little tired, maybe too talkative, but that is my normal problem. I might be able to record 1 or 2 more videos before I will be a bit tired, so it will then take maybe a week until I will be back with you. So keep in touch. I will continue to make the channel grow with more instructive videos. Thank you very much for watching.